Why don't we keep it going? It's hard to imagine we could keep such a streak going today, but I'm really going to try. Let's go to, and I know that last time I mispronounced your name. Is it Tamisha from New York City?
Yes.
Tamisha, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Doing well.
David, do you know why I like you so much?
No, I'm shocked you do, to be honest.
No, I like you because I think of things and I see things happening, and then I go to watch a video of yours and you think exactly or similar to the way I think. So.
Okay.
But I wanted to ask you a question about I know that there's been a policy in the talks about free college.
Mm-hmm.
I know Biden was talking about community colleges being free.
Yeah.
And I know some people talk about state colleges. And when I talk to my friends about it, I say, oh, my son who's 11, by the time he goes to college, it'll be free. And when we talk about like college funds, but then they tell me that college is only free for like the really, really poor. Is that true? That it won't be like everybody has access to that?
Well, the thing that's difficult, Tamisha, is that we don't know yet because there are proposals for full free state college regardless of income. There are proposals for means tested programs where if family income is above a certain amount, then it's not free, but below that amount, it is free. But what I will tell you is this. Every proposal I've seen from any serious Democrat would be at least free community college below it won't only be for people under the federal poverty line. It won't be that. It'll be free for a significant portion of the population. The real question is, will this pass? I have no idea. We just don't know yet. For now, nothing has passed. So if it were me right now, and I don't have a kid right now to save for college, I would be operating financially under the assumption that college would not be free for them. And hey, you know what? If it ends up being free, that's great.
Well, yeah, I guess I'm being optimistic.
Yeah.
Of course, I do agree with you that you should plan for any outcome.
Yes.
But and I find like the fact that it wouldn't be like the income part of it bothers me only a little bit because, most people, even if you have a decent salary, you still fall under, you're still not necessarily rich.
Of course.
When, even if you have a decent salary, and those people still tend to be forgotten.
No doubt. And this was an issue sometimes, with Obamacare in many states, the way that the subsidies are set. There's I don't remember what state it was, but there's states where the subsidies, if you're a self-employed person and you have to go and buy a plan on the healthcare market, you get a really big subsidy if you earn under $10,000 a year, and a smaller subsidy between 10 and 20, and a smaller subsidy between 20 and 30. But like by the time you get to $48,000 a year, the subsidy ends. So basically, if you earn $48,000 a year, $88,000 a year, or $888,000 a year, everybody gets no subsidy once you get to 48. That seems terrible. It's that middle that really gets squeezed in that situation. And so something to be aware of, and let's hope that it doesn't happen if indeed there's a college funding plan put together.
Yes, hopefully.
Yeah.
And one more thing. I know you talked about this a week or so ago, 2 weeks maybe, about the mayor in Chicago, I think it was, where she was saying that she would only
she would only be interviewed by non-white journalists.
Yeah, and like I agree with you where I feel like if you are calling out discrimination by using discrimination, then that's not only hypocritical, but it defeats the purpose.
Yes.
But I also, from another perspective, I think I'm only guessing. I can't speak for her, but I'm thinking that since the history of blacks in this country is where we're seen as less than, we're seen as not human, we were in the past, or we're seen as stupid, lazy. Like those are some of the stereotypes. I think that what she was trying to do, or what maybe she's trying to do, is say I'm trying to even the playing field and give us an upper hand where we don't always upper hand.
Yeah, and to clarify on that, Tamisha, for people who don't know, Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot said that around, I don't remember if it was just like around Memorial Day or what it was, she said that she was only going to be interviewed by non-white journalists for this short period of time, and interview requests by white journalists would be rejected. Now, what I said at the time was, if this is just a policy, this is just racism. I'm against it completely. However, if it had been presented as, hey, you know what? This is a city, the city of Chicago, which has a huge non-white population. And yet most of the interviews with elected officials that show up in the newspapers are with white journalists. So for this 1 week, I am going to prioritize being interviewed by journalists of color. Great. Beautiful. However, the way that it was said was, I will be rejecting interview requests from white journalists and you know what. I just think it was completely improperly framed. And I agree with you that there's a right way to do this and there's a wrong way to do this.
Yeah, and that's basically what it is, trying to figure out the right way to give us an even playing field, because most of the time what Black people are asking for is equality, not necessarily a handout or free ticket. It's just to even the playing field.
I'm with you.
But that's not really always the right way to do it. I agree with you.
All right, Tamisha, always great to hear from you.
Thank you.
All right, there is Tamisha. Let's take a quick break. If you're holding, don't hang up. We're going to try to keep the streak of perfect phone calls going right after this short break.